Good day, everyone, and welcome to my audiovisual journal entry for this month of May. Today, I am going to reflect on our journey through Module 4, which focuses heavily on managing, removing, and resolving conflict through effective communication. Over the past few weeks, our classes have been conducted online. We have spent time reading our course manual, analyzing different behavioral frameworks, and completing both individual and group classwork activities. This format has given me the space to really think about how this concept show up in my everyday life. In this journal, I will break down the specific concept that resonated with me the most, discuss how I plan to apply them to my personal life and my future professional path, evaluate my current skills, and share a final, holistic, and self-reflection. Let us begin with the first core question. What particular concept really stood out to me? Looking back at Lesson 1, the Thomas Kilmann conflict mode model immediately grabbed my attention. Before reading this manual, I used to think that when people argue, someone just wins and someone just loses. But this model opened my eyes to the fact that our responses to conflict depend entirely on two basic factors. First is the how assertive we are for our own goals and how cooperative we are with other people. Learning about the five concept modes, the competing, collaborating, compromising, and avoiding and the accommodating gave me a concrete vocabulary to understand a human behavior. It taught me that no single response is inherently right or wrong. Instead, each mode has a specific time and place where it is useful, depending on how much we value the goal versus how much we value the relationship. Next is, why did this specific model stick with me so deeply? So it is because it forced me to analyze my own past behavior. In our classwork for Module 4, Lesson 1, we were asked to write an individual reflection about a recent or past conflict we experienced, and then ask ourselves if we would handle it differently today. When I did that activity, I realized my natural tendency in the past was often to lean toward avoiding or accommodating just to keep the peace, sometimes at the expense of my own needs. But looking at my manual's breakdown, I learned that avoiding is only best when the issue is trivial or when we lack the power to change things. Realizing that I can actively choose to move toward compromise or collaboration based on the situation was a massive turning point for me. It showed me that managing conflict is a conscious skill, not just an automatic emotional reaction. Moving to Lesson 2 and 3, the focus shifted toward the actual tools we use to resolve these issues: communication and active listening. The text highlighted how easily communication can break down due to defensive behaviors, like acting superior, judging the other person, or showing total neutrality instead of empathy. This directly connected to what we read about dialogue. Dialogue is not just two people talking past each other to win an argument. It is about creating a safe space to meet the other person and explore options together. Furthermore, Lesson 3 taught me that active listening is a deliberate act. It means paying full attention, identifying the speaker's core feelings, and then reflecting those feelings back to them without any judgment. It showed me that listening is a powerful form of a respect that can de-escalate tension before it turns into major fight. In lesson 4, we studied the conventional methods of resolving conflict, the negotiation and mediation and arbitration. I found the distinction between distributive negotiation, where people just fight over how to divide a limited resource, and integrative negotiation, highly impactful. Integrative negotiation is all about finding a win-to-win outcome where both sides feel heard and satisfied. We also looked closely at mediation, where a neutral third party steps in to guide the conversation without taking sides or making the final decision. Understanding this structured, step by step mediation roadmap from opening remark to sharing perspective, summarizing issues, and finally writing an argument made me realize that peace is built through careful organization and structured dialogue, not by accident. Now, let us address the second question. How will I able to apply this concept in my real life? The most immediate place to apply these tools is within my own family and my living environment. In our classwork for Module 4, Lesson 4, we had to reflect on a specific conflict within our family, our own residence, like a dormitory or a cottage, and identify conventional methods to resolve it. When you live in close quarters with people you care about, small misunderstandings can easily turn into large arguments. Instead of avoiding these issues or getting defensive, I can actively use integrative negotiation. For example, if there is a disagreement about shared household chores rather, responsibilities or space, I can invite everyone to sit down for a calm dialogue. I can make sure we focus on a win-to-win solution where everyone's time and energy are respected rather than letting resentment build up quietly. Beyond my current personal life, these lessons are absolutely vital for my future careers. As I work toward my goals, I know that I will constantly be stepping into environments where people are dealing with heavy stress, systemic issues, and interpersonal disputes. Conflict is a completely natural in communities experiencing hardship. By mastering mediation and active listening now, I am building my professional toolkit for the future. When assisting individuals or groups in conflict, I won't just offer generic advice. I will be able to act as a structured, empathic facilitator. I can use the tools from Lesson 4 to map out conflict, help parties separate their underlying interest from their rigid demands, and guide them toward mutually benefit solutions. These modules have shown me that resolution is a foundation pillar of meaningful sport and advocacy work. This brings me to the third question. How do I evaluate myself in a relation to these applications? If I am being completely honest, I would score myself high on empathy and willingness to listen. I genuinely care about keeping relationship intact, and I always prefer peace over winning an argument just for the sake of pride. However, evaluating myself through the lens of the Thomas Kilmann model has shown me a major area where I need to grow. My default setting has often been avoidance or accommodation. Sometimes I stay silent to avoid friction, even when a situation needs to be addressed. I am realizing that true peace building is not just the absence of noise. It requires addressing the root causes of tension. I need to practice being more healthy, assertive, speaking up clearly, and moving toward true collaboration rather than just smoothing things over on the surface. I want to build the confidence to navigate difficult conversations directly, using active listening to keep the interaction safe and constructive. To wrap up this journal entry, let us look at my overall reflection on this module, which is the Module 4. Doing this course online has been an interesting and unique experience for me. Reading the manuals on our own and working through the Google Classroom task requires a lot of personal discipline. But doing the group work, even from a distance, and processing these assignments individually has allowed this concept to truly sink in to us. Module 4 has completely changed how I view conflict. It is no longer something I feel I need to run away from or fear. Instead, I now see conflict as a natural opportunity to understand other human being better, clarify boundaries, and strengthen relationships. Whether I am resolving a small issue in my living space, working on a group assignment with my classmates, or preparing for my future career, I am committed to carrying these tools forward. I will continue to practice active listening, strive for win-to-win solutions, and cultivate peace in every space I occupy. Thank you very much for listening to my reflection, and God bless us all.